I think everyone knows me. I'm Andrew Roberts, born 8th of 3rd, 1961. At the time of this recording, I'm 59. I'll be 60 in March next year. This year's been a bit of a bummer with the COVID-19 pandemic on. So the last 3 months we've just been stuck at home doing the usual stuff that people do that are stuck at home. Married to Debbie, two daughters, Sarah and Christy, a granddaughter, Ruby, another one on the way, a grandson, Christy 6 months pregnant with a boy. My mother-in-law and father-in-law, Jenny and Gordon Tebb. I have two brother-in-laws, Julio and David Giacola, Julio Barraza and David Giacola. I have two sisters, Diane and Michelle, to Gwyneth and Ronald. And we lived here in Cheltenham for 3 years until Dad Ronald was posted a YMCA job in Ballarat, where we lived for another 3 years in Wendouree. I remember going to kinder at Wendouree, and our next door neighbours, the Wrights, there were three boys. I think I also remember there was another neighbour, the Kings, that's right. Yes, the King. Yeah. So anyway, Ballarat, we moved back to Cheltenham, to 15 Merton Close, Cheltenham, where I attended primary school at Cheltenham East Primary from grade 1 to grade 6. I think Mr. Nuttall was the headmaster then. Then went on to Mentone Grammar. I went from Form 1 to Form 5, and I finished off my HSC at Sandringham Technical College for 1 year, and from then on I went on and did a 4-year apprenticeship in the printing industry as a lithographic printer. But at Cheltenham East Primary School, tried to make the local footy team at St Francis up there on Herald Street. Paid my 20 cents a game and would probably get 5 minutes in the last quarter. Anyway, I was doing that for 12 months, couldn't get a game. So Dad introduced me to hockey, to the Moorabbin Hockey Club, where their club rooms back then was on off Wetherell Road. I think it was Shipston's Reserve up there in off Wetherell Road in Cheltenham, just behind the golf courses. And since then, I retired from hockey at about 5 years ago, I think now. So I made it all the way through to the veterans. I played hockey right through my school days. Then when I left school with Mentone, and pretty much winter, every Saturday or Sunday, it was a game of hockey. And then Monday nights with the veterans. As soon as I turned 40, and I think I played with them for veterans for 10 years till I was 55. Also did some hockey umpiring, a little bit of cash on the side on weekends, and that was good. Yeah. So anyway, so I was Gwyneth and Ronald were my parents. My mum passed away 4 months after our wedding. course, married to Debbie, two beautiful daughters, Sarah, the oldest, and Christy, and now got a granddaughter, Ruby, and looks like there's another one on the way, a boy. So looks like I'll finally get a grandson, and I can whom I should be able to take to footy and cricket games and soccer and hockey, instead of doing the netball run or the ballet run, which I thoroughly enjoyed. Actually, I enjoyed the netball. I think I coached the Dolphins netball team for a few years, and was also vice president of the Dolphins netball club. Yeah, that's good. So back before I was married, at school I learnt the trumpet. I played the trumpet for many years. When I left school, then I took up guitar and learnt the bass guitar, which I played with a band called Safety in Numbers, and that was formed mainly from the Cheltenham youth group, which we used to go to Friday nights at the Herald Street Uniting Church, or it was the Congregationalist Church back then. But unfortunately, the Herald Street Church is no longer there. It was sold, and has now been bulldozed and turned into a childcare facility. Played many years with Jeff Edkins, Peter Hazelwood, Chris Hazelwood, Bill Streeter in the bands, with their number one hit. No, I wouldn't call it number one hit. The most popular, the Brady Bunch song. We played lots of 21sts, engagement parties, and our biggest gig was at the Grosvenor Hotel in the Nepean Highway in St Kilda. We did 2 nights there, a Friday night and a Saturday night. But we won't discuss the Saturday night. Friday night, it was a sellout. They only had one bar staff member on working that night, and because it was sellout, the following night they put on an extra 5 staff. And I think only one person turned up to the actual gig.